Hey guys, just a quick reminder before we start. Today is the last day to enter the giveaway. From the moment I post this, it should probably be only a couple of hours left, so check link in the description and apply for giveaway if you are interested in more educational documentary series. Good luck and let's continue with our video. In today's video, we are going to cover the case of Arthur John Shawcross, the Genesee River Killer, who haunted Rochester, New York from 1972 to 1989. After early murders in Watertown, he struck again. A plea deal saw him imprisoned for 14 years, but parole unleashed his fury in 1988-89. Prowling in his girlfriend's cars, he targeted sex workers, sparking controversy. He died in 2008 while serving a 250-year sentence, a subject of intense debate and scrutiny. The early life of Arthur John Shawcross paints a troubling portrait of a man marked by a series of unsettling experiences and disturbing behaviors. Born in Kittery, Maine, he was the eldest child of Arthur Roy Shawcross and Elizabeth Bessie Yarakis Shawcross. The family's relocation to Watertown, New York, during his formative years, signaled the beginning of a tumultuous journey. Although subsequent tests would reveal Shawcross's intelligence to be below the norm, he managed to achieve A's and B's during his initial years in grade school. However, his later IQ assessment yielded a score of 86, indicating a below-average intellectual capacity. Throughout his childhood, Shawcross's struggles manifested in alarming ways. He grappled with frequent bedwetting, one aspect of the McDonald triad, a set of behaviors often associated with individuals prone to violent tendencies. Even more disturbingly, he later disclosed that his mother subjected him to sexual assault from the age of 7, leaving a lasting scar on his psyche. Additionally, his admission of engaging in sexual relations with his own sister during junior high school showcased deeply troubling inclinations. Shawcross's behavior at school followed a disturbing pattern. He gained notoriety as a bully and exhibited a propensity for violent outbursts, raising concerns about his lack of empathy and self-control. Eventually, he dropped out of high school in 1960, further highlighting his turbulent trajectory. At the age of 21, Shawcross's life took a darker turn when he was drafted into the United States Army in April 1967. This phase of his life was marked by personal upheaval, including a divorce from his first wife and relinquishment of his rights to his young son. Despite claims of gruesome wartime exploits, including beheadings and cannibalism, subsequent revelations unveiled that he never actually served in a combat role during his tour of duty in Vietnam. Following the war, Shawcross's unsettling tendencies continued to unfold. Stationed at Fort Sill in Lawton, Oklahoma as an armorer, his second wife Linda bore witness to his unsettling behavior. Notably, he exhibited a disturbing fascination with setting fires, leading an Army psychiatrist to disclose that Shawcross derived sexual arousal from this destructive act. Yet another facet of the McDonald triad. The early life of Arthur John Shawcross stands as a chilling testament to the complexity of human nature, with a series of distressing events and behaviors foreshadowing the darkness that would come to define his later actions. Upon his return to New York after being discharged from the Army, Arthur John Shawcross's life took a dark and turbulent turn. He moved with his then-wife Linda from the plains of Oklahoma to Clayton, New York. Their marriage was short-lived, resulting in a divorce that seemed to trigger a series of criminal acts committed by Shawcross. Arson and burglary became disturbing markers on his path. These transgressions led to Shawcross's incarceration, as he found himself sentenced to a 5-year term at the Attica Correctional Facility. A twist of fate, born from his involvement in the rescue of a correctional officer during a prison riot, secured him an early release after serving only 22 months. In October 1971, he stepped back into the world outside, a world that would soon bear witness to his horrifying deeds. Returning to his hometown of Watertown, New York, Shawcross secured employment with the Watertown Public Works Department and embarked on his third marriage. However, his seemingly mundane existence would soon unravel in a series of unimaginable crimes that would forever stain his name. The darkness lurking within Shawcross emerged on May 7, 1972, when he heinously raped and murdered 10-year-old Jack Owen Blake. The young boy's life was brutally cut short, his body concealed in a wooded area until an anonymous tip prompted its discovery on September 5th. Tragically, this was not the end of Shawcross's reign of terror. In the days leading up to the revelation of Blake's body, on September 2nd, Shawcross claimed another innocent victim. 8-year-old Karen Ann Hill fell prey to his depravity during a Labor Day weekend visit to Watertown with her mother. Shawcross's arrest swiftly followed, bringing a momentary halt to his spree of violence. Legal proceedings resulted in Shawcross entering a plea agreement. Though indicted for murder, he pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of first-degree manslaughter for both deaths. This led to an indeterminate prison sentence, with a maximum term of 25 years at the Attica Correctional Facility, subsequently transferred to the Greenhaven Correctional Facility. Shawcross's fate remained uncertain. The decision to accept this plea bargain was justified by Jefferson County District Attorney William McCluskey, who pointed out the lack of direct evidence linking Shawcross to Blake's murder. McCluskey also noted the potential defense strategy of claiming extreme emotional disturbance, which could have swayed a jury toward a verdict of manslaughter. Shawcross's time behind bars took a chilling turn when, after 14 years of imprisonment, he was deemed no longer dangerous by inexperienced prison staff and social workers, disregarding the warnings of psychiatric experts who had labeled him a schizoid psychopath. This unsettling conclusion led to his parole release in April 1987. However, freedom did not equate to redemption for Shawcross. Struggling to find stability, he encountered resistance from neighbors who protested his presence and employers who rejected him. Moving from place to place, he attempted to establish a semblance of a life with his girlfriend Rose Marie Wally. Yet wherever they went, hostility followed. In a transient hotel in Rochester, Shawcross's parole officer facilitated his temporary lodging with Wally. Unfortunately, this relocation occurred without informing local authorities. Eventually, the couple found a more permanent residence on Alexander Street in Rochester, marking another chapter in Shawcross's unsettling journey through a life tainted by darkness. Beginning in March 1988, Arthur John Shawcross embarked on a second series of murders, primarily targeting sex workers in the Rochester area. His reign of terror came to an end less than 2 years later when he was apprehended. Convicted of 11 murders, with a 12th potentially linked to him, the victims included names like Dorothy Dotsy Blackburn, Anna Marie Steffen, and others. All the victims, except for Elizabeth Gibson, were murdered in Monroe County, with Gibson being killed in neighboring Wayne County. The investigation at times led to multiple suspects due to variations in the victims' profiles, leading to questions about the detectives' reliance on modus operandi. On January 5, 1990, Shawcross's reign of terror was brought to a close when he was arrested. He had been spotted near his car by an eyewitness and a police surveillance team, seemingly urinating on a bridge over Salmon Creek, close to where June Cicero's body had been abandoned. In November 1990, Arthur John Shawcross faced trial for 10 murders in Monroe County. Represented by forensic psychiatrist Dorothy Lewis, he pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Lewis claimed Shawcross suffered from brain damage, multiple personality disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder due to childhood abuse. She argued for his institutionalization, citing his alternate personality Bessie during killings. FBI profiler Robert K. Ressler countered claims of war-induced trauma. Dr. Park Dietz diagnosed him with antisocial personality disorder, later revealing brain abnormalities influencing decision-making. Shawcross was incarcerated at Sullivan Correctional Facility in Fallsburg, New York, where he remained until his death. In 2003, Shawcross confessed to cannibalistic acts during an interview, admitting to mutilating 3 victims' vulvae. He evaded discussion on his earlier claim about consuming his first victim's genitals. On November 10, 2008, at 63 years old, Shawcross complained of leg pain. Rushed to Albany Medical Center, he suffered cardiac arrest and passed away shortly after, pronounced dead at 9:50 p.m. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. I would like to remind you all to apply for a giveaway if you are interested. Thank you for your support. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I upload daily, short or long form videos, or at least I will try to in the future. If you have any recommendations on serial killer cases you want me to cover, please reach to me in the comment section down below. If you have any other suggestions linked to this crime niche, let me know. Maybe some missing person cases? Or maybe some mysterious unsolved murders? Let me know. I am Alex and this is Conundrum. Stay curious and stay safe.